Well, I am back at the estate sale in Manette, and we will definitely miss Ruth. She had a great shop. They are running this sale because there's so much stuff through the end of the month. So I decided to come back because perhaps there's something that I haven't seen before that I just really need to have, and I have a few minutes on my way to do an appraisal. Okay, there are some more things on discount. Native American wool blankets and skookum dolls that were not the last time, so we'll look at those again.
There's Ducky place for a start, and yeah, there's still a lot of people here. And a pot of stuff.
I'm going to take a look at some of the moccasins and things that I passed the last time and see if at the new prices they might be of interest. These look like they're Alaskan tourists, and the green color makes me think 1960s probably. Don't see the price, we'll have to ask. I like these with the roses, and they are Blackfoot. I almost got these last time. I don't know what their price on these is, so it does say ask for assistance, and I guess I will. Let's take a look at these in here. So these were 50. These look like they're a small woman's or child size, and these are older. And I think I want those for 25. Those are sealskin. Oh, a little bit frayed there, but I still think for the price we might be okay. Sealskin is not something that a lot of people do now, but it was a thing back in the day, and it is legal because they're vintage and from Alaska to sell. And these are a little more expensive. They're also a little nicer, but I think they're out of my budget, although I really do like the bird. These obviously are souvenir. They do sell, although I personally like the ones that are more like something somebody might have really worn. These are 25. Yeah, I think we'll do these as well, because again, they have a good look. This is Chehalis, this basket, a little bit frayed here. It's a market basket. These were done when they saw that this was something that Westerners liked. Nice colors. Colors are pretty strong. You can see some fading, but that does tell you it has age. This is probably 1950s. Be 62.50, but I can't get 1 1/4 for them, so. All right, the pottery. I really like the Roseville Bonita. 300's a little more than I want to spend. I did not look at the jonquil last time. I kind of ran out of gas and money by the time I got to this case. Oh, and there's a neat Bakelite bracelet. Those are the Philadelphia colors. Half off on the skookums. This is a particularly nice one here. I'll be very careful with it. These are composition. Oh, I see its head is loose. Yeah, that would take a little more work than I want to give. This one's cute, but it was not well stored and the feet are a little chewed. They said Christmas just came in. I hadn't seen these before. These are carolers. They're bobbleheads made of paper mache. Those are very cute. I see a piece of Hawaiian tapa cloth back here that I didn't see before. This is where they would pound the palm to make this. Oh, I see there's a loose piece inside a bigger piece. I would be curious about this. It's a little frayed, but this stuff does sell well. A little frayed there in the middle too. Am I afraid? Well, yeah, there's holes. I might be interested in some of the whimsies because those technically are in the Native American vein as well. I see a pair of what might be pouches there. I like the miniature baskets, but they're priced higher than I can do. I like these spurs. I didn't see these last time. I think that's 75. I don't know my makers well enough, and I wish I did, because those might be worth it. Remember, that's very cute. See a price on here. Looks like it's lost one of the strands, though. Darn. Here's more of these whimsies. They were made by the Iroquois and the Mohawk people and sold at Niagara Falls primarily back in the day to tourists, especially honeymooners. Now this one's cute and it looks like it's got all its beads. I like the little basket and the handle's good. Usually these are not in great shape, so this might be a possibility. Now this is a fun trophy I didn't notice before. Gentleman's Doubles, 1907, Vancouver, BC. They're asking a bit for it though. It even has a nice label on it. Look at the Great Bunny die cut, $10. I seem to be on a bunny kick lately. I wonder if I could get 20 for that. It's out of the 50s. It's a little bent though. I want to look in here. This looks like one of those Easter sugar eggs. Is it okay if I look in here? They're sugar eggs and they have a scene inside and there's a little bird. Oh, that's so cute. 15. I'm tempted by that. I have not had one of these for a long time. They're very delicate, so we'll be delicate with it. Garden. Okay, and then I love the little candy containers. They want 30. This one's got good color. Crazy red-eyed rabbit. $20. Glass Easter eggs. I still really like this brush holder from 1908. It is missing a little bit of the fringe, as is so common with those. Nice Bakelite horse pin. I didn't see that before. I'm going to ask about that. Paperweights. This Millefiore is nicely done. Doesn't have a maker name, but I'm pretty sure it's Murano. It's old enough. This one has a nice look as well, and this is a studio. $30, 1978. Little Alaska pillow, that's cute. 75 on the letter holder. But that's a little broken. And then this piece, I believe this is Macaw or Nootka because of the cedar planking in the bottom. Oh no, Quinault. Okay, same peninsula, but it's a little damaged. 100 on the big basket. Oh, it's got a big split though. This is a nice pattern. I think this is Southwestern. I have to look up my patterns. I know some and not others. The handles are a little gone on this. Wow, they have a whole lot of Christmas that was not here last time. $10 each on the little pine cone figures. 12 on the musicians. Angels. Trees, $2 to $5 each. That's not bad, especially ones with the jewels and some of the colored ones. We know these are older because of the collection it came from. I do realize they're still making bottle brush trees. Those little elves are almost satanic looking. I don't think they're supposed to be devilish. And there's an Anna Lee Santa. Cute little fibber here. Art appreciation. This looks like something somebody made to show the appreciation of these famous artists. Very nice. Around here, somebody might have interest in this. I do like these old paint books because they tend to have really fun, colorful designs. They don't sell for a ton, though. Souvenir. Colleges, the reward of perseverance. If shelf lining of paper, you would line the shelf with this part, and then the little fold over is your border. And so you see Reesters and little cups and saucers and things like that. This is very coffee nerd in the late 30s, really stiff these. Not a lot of people do this now, but some people have been trying to really recreate a 40s, 50s era kiss and will use these. Bird's cool. You know, these advertising match safes really do well. Solvay Coke. Now, Solvay is in New York near Syracuse, where Don from Same-Time Treasure Hunter lives. Snapshots of Corvallis, Oregon, where Oregon State University is. That's kind of neat. I do like sand paintings, and this one is well documented. Celluloid. I suspect a lot of the Bakelite, say, shaving brushes have already sold, although this one is Bakelite. This one has a nice stand. This is what men used in the 19 teens, 20s, 30s, 40s when they started to have safety razors where you get it at home instead of going to the barber for it. That one's got an interesting base.
Okay.
Vulcanized rubber. This one's interesting because it's actually a long brush made of bone. Kindle stick, that's just a great name. There's a lot of stuff under the tables too. We might go back and look at that. I'm going to take a couple rounds here. This looks like it's handmade lace. Tatting, actually, I believe on that. Look how cute this ring toss game is. Only $5 on that. That's just fun. The good luck. Yes, I think we'll add that to it. Oh, wait, no, it's missing one of the holders, though. Shoot. They are asking $98 on this set of sleigh bells. The very well on sets of sleigh bells like this really do spell well. Looks like maybe that's for the whole bin. No, I don't think so. Those are store bills. $50. Oh, I see. It is for the whole
but it's in pieces, unfortunately. Lots of good Bakelite flatware and serving pieces, but they're asking $7 and $4 respectively, which is about what I usually ask. Cute little dresser box, Japan 35. That's a nice color though from about 1910. These are 1910s custard glass. They might go under a black light, and they might not. You don't know necessarily with early custard because the forming is very different. Souvenir of Kington, Ohio, where the Football Hall of Fame is. Gold's a little gone. $8 to $15 though, those are my prices. Yes, glassware half off. I like this shell. It's just a very basic arts and crafts shell set I find it useful in my antique spaces, and eventually they sell. $85? Yeah, that's more like what I would sell it for. Some fun games down here. Totopoly. A great race game. Spata, the game that keeps you guessing. Royal Traveler. Oh, Mahjong set. Now, they said this is hardwood. If it was anything other than hardwood, yeah. They're nice. It's interesting. It still might sell. But I'm really looking for the Bakelite ones and the really burly ones. When it became a big game in the 1920s, it was played all over the country. It's quite a fad then. They'd have parlors where they served tea. It was something to do instead of drinking during Prohibition. Bremerton, Washington. Snaps and scraps. These are all empty, of course. But they're cute. There's one that's the cowboy. Guests. Ellensburg, but unfortunately a lot of these seem to have the fronts separated. I suspect people came earlier and got some of the better ones. That one's cute with the boat. Ooh, now here we go. Again, Alaska. It looks like it's definitely territorial era before 1959. And I don't see a price, but I'm going to take a chance that it'll be reasonable. Lots of pink depression, which I still think is beautiful. It's not priced as high as the green, of course. This is a nice Benton piece for 20. Cranberry with the blown outside. It's dusty inside, but I think that will clean up. I think it was just out on a shelf for many years. Davis Tailoring out of Cincinnati. This probably has some good old remedies that we don't remember now. Why do influential men wear good clothes? Why do bad men wear good clothes? What to wear and when? This is kind of fun. I think we'll check this one out. Kitten motifs, patterns for your towels. And then art. SEP Scoopmans for $38 each. That's about what they go for now. There was a time that was a bargain. Well, this is cool. I like Northwest scenes, and sometimes these are good artists who are worth money. $35. Wonder what waterfall that is. I don't see any studio information on the bottom. If somebody recognized this, it could be good though. This looks like a good amateur painting. Lighthouses are popular. Lois Nelson. Done probably about 1910 in those very dark colors. 45 on the Pixie. This is a wooden plate that was painted. Probably in Europe, this is popular to do then. 1888. I think we'll put that out there so it doesn't get damaged. Music by the Martins. This is a metal storage box for food in the kitchen, but that paint is pretty flaky. Fans, they're asking $100 each. Creative hits. TV radio mirror. Arthur Godfrey. I fear he was rather a rogue around the ladies, actually, believe it or not. Lots of sheet music.
Subscribe to this guy on YouTube. He's such a good YouTuber. He's called the Antique Nomad, and I'm already subscribed, guys. Look, I will look up his name in the Antique Nomad, and then I will subscribe to him right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
And you got a channel too.
Yeah.
Cyber Pekinas, all right.
Guys, subscribe.
Lots of graniteware and other things. The strainer is neat. An old bedpan. Oh, look at that. An old bee's nest. Old bird nest. This might be Native American from Northern California. I don't see a price. We'll see what they say. There's a big old bee's nest or hornet's nest. Sonia Hennedolf, she was quite a celebrity in the 1940s after her turn at the Olympics. That's an old store price. I don't know what they would actually take for it. Beloved Belindy from Raggedy Ann, but that's a later one.
Now there, it's an old Mickey Mouse hat that you don't see so often. Some dolls.
Bunch of Hummels. They are priced above what I would pay for them. Royal Daltons. There is one in there that's interesting. I think we're allowed to open this. Let me see. Maybe I'd have to ask. No, this door's open. I think it's just stiff. We'll be gentle. There's Beswick. This is what I need for the bowl I bought at a recent estate sale, but I need one in a different color. I need the pink. But this is Carl Romanelli, and it's only $15, so I'm going to get this one. It's got its label. This is done for Metlocks during about the Second World War era. Now this is C. Ellen Johnson. Let's see how this is priced. This is a good piece. They sell for pretty good money. Another Alaskan thing. Oh, but he's broken on the end, darn. Oh, and it's not. It's Lomonosov. Interesting. Who influenced he? That's a good question. All right, snowshoes. I've already got some. I don't get quite as much as they're asking on those. Old bamboo fishing poles. They've got some big ones. And then they have this table. This is ruby glass. They have it marked cranberry, but cranberry was different. You'll see, this is cranberry. This is ruby. So cranberry more of a magenta color. They had to use gold to make cranberry glass. $6 on that little piece is nice. That's Victorian. I think we'll take that. Now we're into earthenware here. The koi set with the grates. I believe this is also Mary Hadley's. I think this will count as dinnerware.
And that would sell in Kentucky. And it's a cat. That probably is something that I should take.
Lots of spatterware and yellowware that are country look. A lot of these pieces are from the early 1900s. Bohemian glass that we have been trained to call Bristol glass, which is incorrect. But it is a nice piece. This is probably Harkerware. It's got the plug on the end so you can put ice, water, or ice in it. Lots of bean pot. Pacific Stoneware Waterer. This is the same company that ended up being the maker of cool wind chimes and modernist stuff in the 70s. More porcelain. Another nice bowl that looks like possibly an RS pressure blank. Oh yes, that one's got the mark. It's amazing how inexpensive these are now. Would have been $150 when I first started in the business. Today it might be $25 or $30 here and should sell for about $65. I'm tempted. A pile of flags. State of Washington. This looks like something from maybe on board a ship. Or some sort of a big banner. Oh, it's bunting, I guess. An antique sign. Nice Seth Thomas electric clock in the various colors of wood from the 1930s. More taxidermy. A big trunk with a cool leather piece here. This is neat, super quality. Love that it has the canvas cover to keep it nice. Watt pottery. Nice stuff. Does not sell for these prices though these days, unfortunately. Crux ONT. So the string holder for $20. That's not bad. This would have been where you bought it with the string in it. It's cardboard, about 1920. And this was important because before Scotch tape, this is how you tie packages. So everybody had to have it. An old apple butter frock. With a famous closure here is the Weir closure. And this was patented in the 1880s and was used for many years after. The great thing about it is that you folded this and then you folded this. And that sealed it shut. And a lot of people collect Weir specifically. $30 isn't a bad price.
$50 on this phone is not a bad price. This is a model we don't see as often. There's our base. This is going to be from about 1945 or 50.
I love the old bamboo shelf, but it is rickety.
Early Coke trays. The one on the left is a little damaged for 40.
The one on the right is tempting for 45. And then there's a motion lamp. It's Niagara Falls, which is one of the more typical ones, but this is the 1920s version. If it had the spinner top so that it would work, that would be a wonderful price. These were the originals. Lots of glass etching clothes, but they're all priced about what I get for them or more. This is cute with the yo-yos. A little triangular piece for a certain table. I don't see a price on that either, but I think I'll ask. It is a linen. And that's just a neat design. This could be neat because it would go into this display I have where I sell these sorts of things. It's about Northwest Native Americans. Let's see what the price is. Doesn't say. I guess we'll find out when we get there. Cover's a little bit worn. The fish tray for $4.95 and then half off is a pretty reasonable price. Very popular around 1910. And a cute sandpiper decoy. Only $10. Thornton Burgess did a lot of children's books, but also this on Wildflowers You Should Know. Very pretty. It's a little faded, but on the cover, but I like it. Jacob's Ladder. White Aster. We have a lot of those in Kentucky. Women of the West. I'm sure this is rather interesting, actually. You can see there were a lot of chores to be done when you moved out here as a pioneer. Children's furniture, dolls furniture, and a ship pictures. These actually do well, and it's not priced. It might be cheap. We'll try. Okay, $150 for everything, including all the plastic furniture. Victorian Spunks box for $125. Pretty made. This is cute. There are some cute shoes here. I really like these with the rhinestone bows from Penny's. Penny's was the big store here, well, and Bremer's in Bremerton. That could be fixed. What did they want? 15? Oh, and the rhinestone in the heel too. Yeah. I think those are worth putting a little effort into because they will sell. They just need to be cleaned up a bit.
These are fun too. I like sparkly, obviously. Flirtations.
I might have had something like this when I was a kid. These actually are a little better size for somebody too. We'll see what they want. Everything else seems newer or not very stylish. Purses, I see a white one I'll look at there. Certainly been on a purse kick lately. White is not as saleable as some other colors, but eventually you get someone who wants to match it with a little black dress. That one is loose on the inside though. So much here. This is just amazing. Big fur muff for $50. That's what I want for the one I have for sale. And it's kind of sad a while. These are nice Victorian pieces. Ooh, some prayerful uniforms. You could be the Bernalillo County Sheriff in New Mexico. Well, she sure had fun. It is fun being an antique reseller, and boy, I hope I have a little less than this when I go. But she had quite an amazing collection. Letterman sweater here, $95. Oh, look at the poodles. This is a genuine poodle skirt out of the 50s. That is cool. And it's a little larger size, and a lot of the people who wear these now are larger than people were then, but they do want $60. Navy uniform, of course, because of where we are. Oh my, that's with birds. Fake birds in this case. Make you, be cute. Norwegian. We are near Paulsbo, the Norwegian town. So that makes sense. There's another New Mexico. It has stain, you know, that's just background color. Yeah, it does have some staining though. Old men's
outfit with the collar. When they first started making collars in men's clothes, which wasn't until about the 1920s or 30s, before that they were detachable so they could be washed easily. And so you didn't have to change your clothes every day, because people didn't have as many or as easy access to washing.
$50 on the abalone shells, made into a lamp around 1930. That's about what I get for them. But this student lamp for $50, especially with the copper base, that seems like a good deal. Oh, chips, darn.
$100 on this TM coffee box from
An old general store. Cute, it'd be nice if there was a pair of these scenic candles. This is another English maker from about 1930. Lots of oil lamps, but they're pretty basic, even though there are older ones.
Okay, here is a Hudson's Bay blanket. A point blanket in the red rather than the ivory with the stripes. It's a 4-point. Those are the points there. A little fraying on the edge, unfortunately. They said these are half off. I don't know that I see a tag on it to know what it is. There's another underneath. I'm not sure this one's a Hudson's Bay. No, this is a Faribault. These were made in Minnesota. And this one actually seems like it's in better condition. Oh, but it's got a little chew right there. Some more blankets here. This one's a little gone on the threading. This one's kind of just plain. Northwest Territories, that is cool. It's newer. It's Pendleton though, 2009. $75 because they're on sale. $125 there. I still really like the looks of this one. I think I looked at it before though, and it's a little damaged. Yes, that's right. Blue printing. I believe these are blotters. That one is shedding, unfortunately. Schwabacher, a famous old company, or just paperweights. Here's a fun set of coasters. They're just plastic, but these are made in Canada, actually. Some cute fans. That's a Charles Twelvetrees. Twelvetrees was a very famous illustrator of children in the 1920s, even before Bessie P. Scootman, and they're very cute. Here's more Skookums, and they are on sale, but their prices to begin with were really more than I get for them, so half off doesn't do me a lot of good, even though I think they're cool. Now the dancers, on the other hand, these can be pretty good for me. This one's got a signature, and it's $35. The Raven Kachina, I think at half off I could do that. I have customers for these in Centralia. Buffalo Warrior. And this one is going to be $55 and then half. You know, I think I have a buyer for these. They're not terribly old, and some of them are more authentic than others, but this one is well dressed and the price is right. This is a nodder, and that's just cute for $12.50. I think they're going to give me the discount on this. It's probably Japanese, but it's technically a Native American. Teepee is cute as well. With the little boy in it, that's plastic. It's from the 60s, but I think it's going to cost me $5. Oh, but it's a little broken. I do like the cribbage board made out of the horn. If that's on sale, I will take it. I'm not sure that it is. We'll see what they say. We're looking to spot things we didn't see the last time that have come in. $150 on the wicker lamp, which is interesting, from the 1920s or 30s. $300 on the Zenith radio, but that's a nice one. The oak phone is $2 1/4. See, for me, that's retail. But we're going to keep watching this sale because it goes a couple more weeks. I still really like this piece. I know it's $75, but this shift really makes it. The condition is not bad. There's just a little bit of wear, but the celluloid is good. I think I'm talking myself into this, but I think I should. Okay, let's look at it a little more closely for condition. In here, we do have a few pictures, which doesn't hurt. And the pages don't seem to be ripped. which is very important because a lot of people want to use these for their collections of carte de vistas, which are these cabinet cards. Felt is okay. You know what? I am going to take this. I really like it. The fact that it shuts and latches properly makes a difference too. I didn't notice this before. Hello, everybody. This is a great little card piece. A stand for on top of a dresser. You could put your gloves in there. $85. Tins are buy one, get one free. Oh, that's new. So essentially half off if you take more than one. I do really like the tins, but the prices are still more than I'm willing to pay yet. I am seeing copper luster starting to sell, especially these old pieces from the 1900s. In a recent video, I showed a piece that was damaged at a thrift store, and someone said, I can't believe you're passing up a 150-year-old item just because it's damaged. Well, here's one for $25 that's perfect. They made a lot of this. It was very popular, and so you will find perfect condition. And hairlines grow, so I'm wary of hairlines. $20 on this. This is Cladding McBean. You can't really read the mark. It says made in USA, but that is a Franciscan piece. Individual plates and bowls, and by bowls I assume they mean small bowls, are only $1 today. I don't think they mean the Royal Linton that was $60 though. I think they mean, and not things that are in sets either, but I think they're talking about like this little piece would be $1 and these pieces would be $1, which is a good price. I just don't know whether I need any. Someone just took all of the orange that went with these pieces, and I don't blame them. This one's tempting. Again, I think they're thinking more like individual place setting pieces, though. I don't think they're talking about mixing bowls and stuff. I think they're talking about dinner plates like the Ultra California here, which is a great price. I just don't know that I need them. But I do like the blue. Someone wiped out most of the jadeite I didn't buy last time, I see. But they have filled up this table with a bunch of salts and peppers. Some I saw before, some I didn't.
Oh, no, that should have sale.
When you come to a place that had stuff and now has more stuff, it's always fun to figure out what the new stuff is. This is a dyed alabaster from Italy from about 1970. I don't remember this cute bridge lamp. That's $125. That's very sweet. Christmas was not here last time. They've got $25 on the lamps, the lights, but the box is really the cute piece there. Full red typewriter. That's a good color. And then here's one in the original case, but more money than I'm willing to pay yet. This is a cute handmade piece, only $15 underneath the Elks Lodge membership card. Now this isn't wildly old, but it has some age, you can tell. Or they used old things to make it, one or the other. Yeah, it has some patina. I think this is older than it looks. It's folksy and primitive. It had a tag on the bottom at one time. Let's see what the inside looks like. Okay, this is newer looking, yeah. So this is probably made in the 80s or 90s, I'm guessing, of older materials, but it's really kind of beguiling. I think I might get it anyway. Alaska, the 49th state. This one's $15. I like the one I got before. Quilts are half off, but I passed them the last time because their starting price is a little higher than I want to pay. And I don't see a lot of new linens here. I do like the pillow. I don't recall this painted on the board here. This looks like an older style of painting. Nice mountain scene. Looks like one of our mountains here in the Northwest. Space for leaves. I like old realtor signs. That one's a little chewed. This is something cute I didn't notice before. Religious looking. Some original parish prints. You know, some of these prices I realize are starting prices, and then as the sale goes on, they'll go down. Another piece by local artist Amy Burnett with the cowboys and the horses. Interesting look. They have half off on her things. Neat old exit sign. I didn't see this before either. I think this is a new edition. They want $30. That is not the original. that sparkly behind it, and it does have a crack, unfortunately. $300 on the cylinder disc player. This was not here before either. $350 on the one behind it. Those are not terrible prices. They're certainly fair for a collector. And because they're having this sale over a few weeks, they can take a chance on a collector coming in. And then this is interesting. It's an old wooden clarinet. So a little older than the plastic ones we see from my generation. They're asking $85. And that's got a neat case. Edison home phonograph. Lawn bowling. This is cool. I don't know how much it is. Here's a reel I didn't see before. This is quite old, 1909 patent date, and it's brass. That may well be worth it because you don't see them this age, and I have to say I don't know because I never owned one as old as this. Saddle and holder, this is a cobbler's bench here. So that's kind of a neat combination for $250. South Bend croquet set, $125. It's got all wood everything, and this is from the 30s. And it does seem to have the balls. I have someone who's into 4-H, but it's my family in Delaware. So I'm not sure how much the one from the Kitsap County Fair would mean something to them, but they love horses. It's neat with the letters sewn on. And this is cute under here, a little medical cabinet. Oh, and one more blanket I didn't see, $175. I like that pattern. But for $125, this could be very useful to somebody. Doors are a little tight to get open, but that could just be from having shifted when it was moved here. That's probably fixable. And then there's Santa, Coke and Sprite. This has to be from the late 70s. Look at the shade on the lamp. $45 on that. The Excelsior Bank is one you don't see as often. And it's got original paint, $50. That might be worth getting. And here's the cool surprise with this. Ta-da! And then they have a whole bunch of stuff that came in the way of jewelry. This is interesting from U.S. zone. This is right after the Second World War. That's actually a pretty neat piece. And then it's got the USA on the back. This is a cigarette case. So it got a little corrosion, needs a little cleaning. I think that can be done if it hasn't pitted it, which it seems like it hasn't. That's unusual enough. 1946 to 49. I think that's an interesting historical item. Bunch of fun stick pins and things, including Masonic right there. You do have some Masonic collectors. There's an anchor. We're in a Navy town. That makes sense. Charm bracelet for $45. Old advertising letter opener from Newton. They made lots of stuff, including silhouettes. This is a sample. That's a cute silver pin with the cherub on it. I don't know that it's actually silver, but it's $5, and I think that's really charming, so we'll take that too. Oh, a cute hair comb. Love those. That's $15. That's tempting. I'm going to put it up here so it doesn't get broken. Scandinavian American Bank. A pitch pipe. It's just so fun going through grab bags. Wonder if that's sterling at that price. It may be. We'll push that so we don't snap it. It keeps them operating longer if you don't click it hard all the time. I think we've seen the new stuff and we're going to come back again. Well, they are unloading that red truck behind me. There are new things coming all the time. I am going to keep hitting this sale as long as it's going.
All right, I'm here early this time. This is the first day of the last weekend of this sale, and they've added toys and dolls. I want to see what else they might have on sale and maybe reconsider a few things we left before.
A few other things are half off today. Copper taxidermy games, okay. Easter and Halloween. All right, well, we'll take a look.
And while we're waiting, we have the gallery of chairs, $30 on the old rocker from about 1900 with the spindles, and the crest leather seat is pretty good. $10 each on these webbed ones. That's a cute bamboo one there. And then there's a bunch of stuff in the free pile.
Christmas, I like the rubber-faced Santa. There are toys and books and dolls. There's some neat pieces up here. The Mauritania, this is one of those Nora Wellings dolls, $40.
That's not bad.
How much is she?
She's 35.
Oh, that isn't bad.
It's not bad at all. Well, the quints aren't bad either.
$75 on the sewing machine. Popeye Chalkware is kind of cute. That's $45. You know, I just bought so many dolls that I don't necessarily need to buy more. There's the rubber kitty again.
Mother's Little Helper kitchen tools. What a great graphic. An around the world trunk. Mother's kitchen tools are $25, Christmas 1926 it says. Not sure it's a complete set though. Let's see what the around the world trunk has in it. Some puzzles. That's $35. Stipe puppet. Cymbal playing monkey. Some old wind-ups. Fun stuff. Some more toys here. We have a Ken doll with just his pants and a strange tan. He's certainly an earlier one from the 60s. Don't see a price on him. Now, here's a Hawaiian doll who is a little bit older composition, but she has a crack. Pinocchio missing his hat. More toys here. This guy is pretty fun.
Apparently 6.
Whee! Some concertinas, accordions. Punching bag. Those sell pretty well. Veterans League, 1953 to 54. Bunch of old plush. Dog is cute. 22. Little Lulu in the back. She's priced at only 15, but she does have some stains. $10 on this happy guy. Seems like a good price. Orphan Annie. Oh, and Beloved Blindy. Here's some fun stuff. The quintuplets when they're older at sea. And there's when they're very little. And I bet this is the quints as well. We're asking $95 on the lawn bowling set, and obviously with the case, that's a possible deal. They sell anywhere from about $125 to $225, so I'm going to think about this while I look. Bunch of 1970s era Halloween and Thanksgiving cuts. Prices seem to be in the $5 to $10 range. Let's see what Mr. Skeleton runs. Some of these are Hallmark from the 70s and 80s and more cute. And then this guy's kind of sinister. Sinister actually probably does better. Oh, I see. $30 on one. Okay, no, that's more than I'll go. The cheap Tom Tom is cool looking, but it's as is, unfortunately. $60 on this child's sewing machine. It's got a great graphic. This is German. Kassig. A little bit more than I would give for it. Easter and Halloween are half off, and I'm going to take these guys. I love the candy containers, and look how fun they are with their heads bobbing around. They have Easter candles. I worry about those melting before I get them out again. Glass Easter eggs. It's kind of neat with the ferns on it. Easter eggs. I like this little one at $5. I would do that. Horseshoe is cute on that one. The painting is never great on these. It wasn't done in a way that would set, so hard to find them in good shape. This one with the bird coming out of the egg is cute. $12.50 on the metal one isn't a bad price. More down here. Aha, these are still here, and it dawns on me that these are pottery, and I should have bought them the first time, so we're going to make up for that now. $5 on these. I think I'll take one. Christmas is buy one, get one, so that really is like half off, but you have to buy multiples, that's all. These would be $6 each. These would be $5. I'm inclined towards these of all of them. And then down here, the pine cone ones, smaller, going to be $2.50 each. I think that's this size? Well, we're going to pick them and then we'll let them tell us. Looking for ones that are in good condition, not damaged. And better looking detail on the faces. I like that one. The two skiers are kind of cute. One of them's missing his hat though. More pine cone men over here. Looking for better detail. I have to say, someone's been through here and gotten the best of them. These are 2 for $5. I'm going to let someone else have a chance at these and come back after I think about it. Neat piano lamp, Art Deco, $125. I don't think that's the right shade, though. We have oil lamps. They are half off today. Now, this was $50 and would be half. I think the condition is good, and that's an okay price for that piece. The large in the, I think that's tourmaline pattern. That might be worth looking into. John Quill. Nah, 70 is just too much for me on that one. Only 25 on the flower frog, though. That's certainly cheap enough, but it does have some ships. That's right, we saw that before. Furniture's half off and that sold. Darn it, that was a great piece. I would have taken that, but, you know, first come, first serve. Now, wool, they said, is on sale. This one has bleeding. It is Navajo. Now, this big ship's lantern under the table is something that I didn't see before. It's priced at $115. It's not a color, but that's not a bad price. Let's see if the innards are there. Yeah, it looks like they are. Most people put an electric light in these nowadays, but it's a pretty cool piece. I think I've got to give that some thought because it's a little bent, but not bad at all. Probably dates to about the 1920s. With copper being on sale and these having really interesting lids, I'm tempted now. This one's pretty stained, but this one looks pretty good. It's got a liner inside as well. Oh, it's lined in felt. Okay, somebody added that. You know, copper is really becoming more interesting. This isn't super heavy, so the value isn't in the metal. Although it is selling for about $5 a pound. Lid is just a little as is. It's tempting. More copper down here. We are seeing more interest in it lately. This is a copper washover tin, though. I prefer the solid. The Majestic is neat. It'd be $37.50. Some pennants that I haven't seen. I really like this one with the picture of what I guess is an old school in it. From Glen Olin, North Dakota. It's a little bit as is. Oh, the old natatorium in Spokane. That's a cute thing. 25. That's really a fair price for what it is. Not a bargain price, though. What other ones do we have here? Leather, North Dakota from about 1910. Canal Zone with an alligator, or a crocodile maybe. Cute stuff. I always like pennants. We have a great video from a few years ago in Florida where we had a pennant dealer next to us, and boy did we learn a lot from her. This only has a small amount of damage. This would be worth repairing. It's 1880s or 90s with the spoon carving. The damage is just black, and that's pretty fixable. I have to say this is tempting just because it's something unusual and the price is good. Shaving stand is $110. Oh, cigarettes. Didn't see these before. Benson & Hedges Parliament. That was my father's cigarette brand. The Benson & Hedges, $8. Fair price. They do sell. I don't know that they'll sell for a lot. This one would be hard for me to sell because they're playing cards, so I guess we could. If it has cigarettes in it, you run afoul of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Jeweler's screws. 1957, this looks like it was a military or government issue because of the contract number and the dates and all those are 40. Furniture is half off now and someone got the bamboo shelves I like, but they were still more than I wanted to pay, but for them using at home, it was a great deal. This is half off, nice American oak from about 1900. This bookshelf or cabinet would be $175 from about 1910. All dishware is half off. I think I need to start looking at some of this again because there's some really cute pieces in here. I rather liked these. They're rather fine. $7.50 a piece is at their price. Port Marion set would be $135 now for all. This is a different Port Marion pattern than we usually see with the perch. A nice fish set with some extras. Oh my goodness. And look, you came all the way from Central Washington for this wildlife. And yes, those could be very useful.
Need to go far.
With the dinnerware being half off, I'm taking one look again. These are so odd because they're eels. That's just strange enough, and it's $3. I think I'll get that just for weirdness. Now, I think this counts as glassware. Oh, but the seal is, yeah, that is not working, so we'll leave that. I like the Stengel pitcher.
That also doesn't have a price.
Well, you can always ask.
Maybe we'll put it up and find out. I might spring for one of the casseroles. 25 is about what they go for. I'm hopeful they're going to constitute her as pottery as well, because for $22.50 I would get her. Okay, what is this? I haven't seen this before. Ah, superior price markers. Yep. This would have been what you used in a store to make signs back around 1910. They're fun for people doing rubber stamp stuff and junk journals and all that kind of thing too. 85 is a fair price for that one. This is a company I haven't seen before. Alaska Brown Bear Cub Hand Crack. Fleming Original Authentic. Here's a box of things we didn't have here before. These are bathroom fixtures. It's great if you're restoring an old home, if you can find your color. Toothbrush holder is cool. Towel bar holder. So they brought some more toys in here too, and I didn't actually look at this shelf. So let's take a look. They've got an Afro Agate 12-piece set, some Stife. I like the cat. Yes, let's see, 75 on the cat. The toys are cool, and they did sell some. They're mostly not exactly what I look for.
This is great. The sewn tat with the embroidery, sock monkeys.
Hello.
What are you filming for?
YouTube, I do a show called The Antique Nomad, and I show old stuff and where to find it.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Can I be on your YouTube channel?
Sure, what's your name?
My name's Tyler, and I'm the best.
That's great. Well, thank you, Tyler.
Old McDonald's farm truck. The grocery store. The farm truck for $30 is tempting because it does seem to have all its stuff, and it's probably an old Japanese battery operated. It's plastic, and so they may not think as much of it. Let's see if the battery cage is in good shape. Well, no corrosion, and the contacts are there, so there's a chance it still works.
Oh, look how cool this is. Bunnies on a Picnic. That's got to be from the 1930s. 75, but I can't say I've ever seen that before. It is very sweet.
In this case, we have a neat old compass. Looks like something from right around 1900. There's even Roman numerals.
Well, Miss Wildlife is on the way to the car with her booty. I have filled the car with mine. I'm so excited that I got the drum. I got the Roseville Bonita. I got some other really cool stuff.
And this is the lovely lady whose collection this was. She was a great antique dealer, and she will definitely be missed.
I'm very grateful to the family and the people who are helping them for allowing us to have a chance to have some of the wonderful things from this collection. And we will miss the owner of Calico Cat, but her things will live on with the rest of us, and it's wonderful to be able to take them into the future.
If you enjoyed this video, check out this one. Also, click thumbs up to like this video and check the description for information about our Patreon, our memberships. We've got a lot of different levels with different perks and bonus videos and early content. Also, please do check out our website, theantiquenomad.com, for appraisal help, and we'll see you again for more adventures in the antique and vintage community soon. Bye for now.